to Making Sense Conversation, the podcast. I'm so excited to be back on air. We had taken a break, but we just have such exciting stories because Making Sense, and if you've read the book, you know this, it's a storybook about money. So we thought, okay, we've done the book. We've talked through the podcast, yeah, but now why not bring those stories we've been talking about so that you can hear them for yourself and you can relate through that? Because no matter what you're going through with money, trust me, you are never alone. And today I am so excited to have Milcent Bitutu, who's going to share with us her journey with money. Milcent, welcome.
Thank you, Ashake.
Yeah. Tell us who is Milcent? Milcent.
Yes, Milcent is my name. A mother who became a mother actually very early after graduation, and I'm still learning about money. I'm still empowering myself about money. So we are here to also give you information and to actually give you hope that everything can be worked through as long as you're willing to learn.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Milcent. Thank you for coming and being, the first guest of the podcast in this new setting. Yeah. So I'm truly, truly grateful for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, we were talking just now and you told me you were not born into wealth.
Correct.
And I've been doing Centonomy for 16 years. And a lot of time we've encountered people who are like, because I was not born into wealth.
Yes.
I am limited to the amount I can do, the way I can think, or they start to think that's for other people, not me. But when your story unraveled, please just tell me how you were aware, because when you talked, you were clearly aware I was not born into wealth. But because of that, there were certain decisions you made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I was not born into wealth.
Yeah.
My parents apparently were civil servants.
Yeah.
So, and being the last born, definitely I found them almost retiring. That happened, and I was like, I need to figure out my life. I have only one chance. I just need to ensure that I am able to fight through to be able to build my own kingdom.
Oh, wow. Yes. You said you decided to make money. First of all, you decided.
Yes.
Why did you decide to make money?
Because I'm scared of poverty.
Okay.
We did not come out from any wealth. People were going on holiday. We never used to go on holiday. People were having a good lifestyle, could afford things that I just used to eye, and I'm like, my goodness, I wish our home was able to provide this.
Yes.
So that is why I was really intentional in terms of deciding that I have to change my story for the next generation.
You know what I loved about that? There are many people who are born into comfort.
Correct.
But because they're born into comfort where they never see the need early to do things for themselves, you find later, if that comfort is ever removed from them, they just don't know how to navigate. Correct. So sometimes I think life places us, and in different ways, in situations where that very challenge, what we define as a challenge, is going to become the opportunity. Like for you, it clearly gave you an intentionality around money.
Correct.
And I like you decided money will change my story.
Correct.
Because even in the Centonomy 101 class, we always take people through this. You have experiences around money, and that's a common one. Yeah. Which form a belief pattern, a belief system in you, which then become your patterns. Correct. So someone could take that poverty and say, then my belief is I can never, I'm not enough, I can never do anything. Yes. And even though they have money, their patterns mimic that, the overspending and using money badly, or just not reaching to make them. But someone can have the same experience, but their belief system becomes, I'm going to change my story.
Correct.
Because I'm going to change my story, my patterns are actually going to change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you became a mother early.
Yes. Yes, I did. And that was 18 years ago. I've not even graduated, remember?
Yeah.
Here I am. A lastborn who has never taken any human beings in terms of changing their diapers and all that. I had to figure out all that.
Yeah.
But I was really intentional at that particular time because I had to accept the situation. Yeah.
What would you tell the young women who have found themselves with early pregnancies or pregnancies in a stage of their life where they didn't expect it? Yeah. And what would you tell them? Because a lot of them, like now, especially when you're young, you don't see life from very far. So you're like, it's over, my ambitions are over. But clearly speaking to you, because I have the insight into your story further down, you clearly didn't let that stop your ambitions. How did you decide that?
First of all, you have to be intentional.
Yeah.
Don't let, because falling is not the end of your life.
Yeah.
There is hope. If you're so intentional from the beginning, how you want to see the end of your story, you don't give up. You embrace this current situation and dust yourself, get up, and use your skills to guide you through towards that goal that you're having.
So practically for you, go back to Milcent at that time. Practically, what did you have to do once you realized this is my situation?
I had to be intentional on getting resource on the table. Still that money aspect.
Okay, all right.
This is a human being who needs to be fed on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
What do? I need, first of all, to grow up.
Yes.
As a woman.
Yeah.
As a mother.
Yes.
And ensure that this human being is well taken care of.
Okay.
So I went straight on and I was able to knock doors and get a job.
Okay. Yes. I like that.
Yes.
You knocked doors.
Yes, I did.
So it was not comfortably sitting behind the laptop, hoping a job comes your way.
You have to show up.
Yeah.
You have to show up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember after university, I also went around, we used to call it tarmacking, where you don't wait for jobs to be advertised. You go with your envelope on the CV and tarmac. So I like that. It's just saying, no matter what, have you done that version of tarmacking that is required? I accept sometimes these days the tarmacking can be online, but that can't be it.
Yes.
So go over and above in actually looking for that job. Yeah. And you mentioned that part of it, even that was all of us. We are 844.
Yeah.
Many of us are 844 children.
Correct.
Where the mentality was, after your education, you should get a job.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you said, I had to. First of all, you became aware of that mentality and how it's going to work against you. That was very interesting.
Yes.
So just tell me, at that period, job or not, what did you decide about that narrative of finish college, finish all the things, and the outcome is get a job? Yeah.
Wow. At that particular time, first of all, the goal was clear.
Yeah.
I have to earn something.
You have to earn money.
Yes. I did social sciences.
Yes.
Got my second upper.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for NGOs. But the opportunity that came across was banking, commercial banking. And I'm a people person. So I looked back and I said, if this person is looking for a loan, why can't I be able to actually guide this person as long as I'm trained? So I took up the first opportunity that came. I did not say that, I'm a social science, I just want to give a solution towards NGO world. I was so intentional that even on the commercial banking or in banking, it's still a solution about money.
And you started with a sales job, correct?
Yes.
And you see, most people would have seen social sciences. They look at this bank advertising for sales, because sales are not paid very well, and it's really on commission.
It's on commission.
Yes. So it's really like you're running your own business, yeah?
True.
Yeah, so it was not the version of jobs 844 was telling us at that time was not that. Social sciences, nicely go to the NGO and get a job. But you First of all, I like that you said I have people skills, because people define themselves by their qualification. Yeah. So if I have a bachelor's in chemistry, I can only get a job as a pharmacist. Yes. But you don't see I have good communication. And the fact that you're able to say I'm good with people, how else can we translate that?
True.
Yeah.
True. Actually, that really pushed me very well at that particular window, because...
And motivated, of course, by the fact that you have a mouth to feed, yes?
And I used to use the same mouth to make sure that food is on the table.
Yes, yeah.
So I went straight on, and my basic commission was one account, you're paid a certain percentage. So you really have to do numbers. I was lucky enough to be in Kilimani area. I was in Barclays Yaya Center, so Prestige Banking. So I was really able to knock door to door. I know Kilimani inside out. I know Lavington inside out. And that built me. That gave me resilience. It prepared me for the next step. When I go home with 30,000, it's a win for me.
Wow.
Yes.
And not comparing. If you go home with 30,000, it's a win. If you go home with 70,000, it's a win. So you didn't already have a pre-established amount that I failed unless I reach that amount.
For me, my mind at that time was food on the table.
Yeah.
Am I able to buy milk? Am I able to pay my house girl? That was the basic.
Do you find that these days people, because we are so caught up in how things should look, I want to have the fanciest things, I want to have the fanciest phone, that we don't say, where can I start? Because I think what you did that was so powerful at such a young age was, this is my starting point.
Yeah.
If it gives me 10,000 shillings, 30,000, but people are always, they define their lifestyles and say, if it doesn't look like 150,000 shillings, I won't start with the 10,000. And I remember when I started writing articles, I hardly got paid. And then later when they were paying me something like 2,000 shillings an article, which most people thought is a waste of time. But, years later, the article becomes because of the practice of writing articles, I was able to write a book.
Nice.
Yeah. So I like that you said I can start small. Yeah. Because it led to such bigger things,
Actually, that gave me a foundation.
Yeah.
Because now I was able even to understand the banking industry. I was able to meet business people. Sometimes you knock doors and they're shut on your face, but you don't give up.
Yeah.
You knock the next door. One of my bosses used to tell us, what is the worst that can happen to you? It's a no. And a no does not kill.
Wow, I hope everyone has heard that. What is the worst that can happen to you? A no never
kills you. So that gave me a foundation that I'm able to apply even today.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So you have sorted out a problem most people have. You now understood how to make money.
Yes.
You are now in the game of making money.
Yes.
But there was a but. You said there was a but.
There was an 844 mentality.
There was an 844 mentality. Because what did it, after you got the job, it is spend the money.
Yes,
spend the money. Consume the money.
Yes.
So just tell me, what was your consumption looking like? Because it's good to say, because people think bankers should be perfect. Because now you're in a good job in a bank, you're earning, you've sorted out food. That your mouth is being fed. Diapers are being bought. But there was a but.
There was a but.
Yeah.
Now that's when you think of the next handbag.
Yes.
The next nice high heel shoe, because you're at your prime.
Yes.
The nice hair. So you're basically all the time giving out money. There's no bringing in money. There's no asset you're bringing on board. You're just giving out money, and you're giving out money without a budget.
Wow. To other people.
So you're asking yourself, ile pesa nililipa, where did it go? You're just giving out. So you're depleting your basket.
And why? Because I worked in the banking industry. I think I even know the answer to this, but I'll ask you why. Why do people in the banking or financial industry, you're the ones actually exposed to what you should do with the money.
Yes.
The savings vehicles are there.
Yes.
The investment vehicles are right in front of you.
Yes.
You're sitting advising other people money. Why can we never translate the same to ourselves?
Mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset is about consumption at that particular time. Your mindset is telling you, you're advising, you're doing a job.
Yeah.
So that you're paid. But you're not talking to yourself. So you're talking to the other person, but not to yourself. So the mindset is very powerful.
Okay. So you do a job, you get paid, you're talking to the other person, but never taking that advice and coming back. Now, you mentioned the handbags, the shoes. Is there also some pressure on image at that point?
100%. Because by the time you buy a very nice shoe and a nice outfit, it's about image. It's about others.
Other people.
So you find most bankers are in debt.
Yes.
You're paid on 24th. By 30th, you're broke. You start borrowing again.
Yeah.
That is less than 10 days, and you've depleted maybe your 100,000.
Yeah.
If you ask someone or a banker, where did that money go? They don't know because they did not have a budget in place. They did not have structure. And their mindset is about, I get, spend.
And yet the world is never going to run out of places to spend money on. You buy the phone, you buy the car, you buy the shoes. There are always more to actually be. And where do bankers then end up? Where do they find themselves in after all this?
If you look at most of the bankers, when they retire, they go back home.
Yeah.
By the time somebody is going back home, they do not have any asset in place except the house they built using a loan from the bank. So they will depend on that small pension, which will not be able to be sufficient for their daily lifestyle. They never give their retirement value. Yes.
Is there an illusion amongst people in the financial industry that this will never end? Or I'm that needed that this salary, this paycheck will never end?
They never think about that.
That it can end. First of all, you don't own the business.
There's no that mentality. The mentality is, I'm in the bank.
Yeah.
I'm qualified. I have to maintain this image. I have to live in a good neighborhood. My kids go to this. I drive a good car.
Yeah.
And everything is just ticking away. So they never think that tomorrow will be different. Yes.
But your tomorrow came. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, it came, and you talked about something that is so people don't talk about it. Sometimes that tomorrow may not be a job loss.
True.
It could be burnout.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your feeling of burnout actually came.
Yes.
That actually you're like, I can't. Just talk to us more about that experience.
You have done this over 8 years.
Yeah.
And you're feeling like this is not me.
Yeah.
I was not structured to this. You're having a teen home, but everything else is about work.
Yeah.
A client calling you about this. You're focused on a job that is not really giving you even satisfying value for your service. So I felt like it's a monotony. I wake up, I go to the office, I sit, I handle, it's a conveyor belt. So I felt I've knocked doors and I'm better off in another space. I need to change my environment. So yes, it came.
Your tomorrow came.
My tomorrow came.
Your tomorrow came.
My tomorrow came.
And I think many bankers, and not just bankers, a lot of professionals, what they would have had to do because of money is ignore that tomorrow has come. Because that feeling you're talking about would have actually led to, the real classic burnout.
Yes.
Where your doctors actually tell you, or your brain tells you, I can function no more. And because I have been through some sort of that real burnout where your brain actually tells you, I can function no more. I think it's so important what you're saying about we act like tomorrow never comes.
Correct.
First of all, we can't define tomorrow. Sometimes it's a job loss.
Yeah.
COVID came. Yeah.
COVID
and
happened.
Really it was tomorrow for many people.
Yeah.
Sometimes your business goes down, or sometimes you get ill, or you have to take care of a loved one who's ill. And sometimes, as you said, you get that feeling where and I think if I can put it in these words, your season ended.
My season ended.
And there was nothing to be able to push through the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done this. I've dealt with individuals. I've dealt with business owners inside out.
Yeah.
So I'm able to tell you that now I need to move to the next step.
Yeah.
I need growth because I felt like I'm not growing.
Okay.
Because what drives me is I'm more of a result-oriented.
Yeah.
Like, as I give you my all, am I able also to be given value for my service?
Okay, all right.
Because consistently, I kept on delivering. Within a short period of time, I had enough experience.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I think it was similar for me when I left. It was, I'm walking in here, but I'm living dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My tomorrow as well was, I'm completely done with it.
Yeah.
There's no other job that I can even access. And I'd moved job to job to make me realize my tomorrow had come.
Yeah.
And I also entered a similar transition like you did. I entered business. But let's talk about yours. You then went into a family business.
Yes.
First of all, tell me what was it like? Because this is one of the hardest things people from the corporate world. And yours was, the kind of organization you're working with, corporate of the corporates. Yeah?
Yes. Tier 1.
Tier 1 corporate, yeah?
Yes.
What was that tradition? Because a lot of people, even when we teach in our classes, Centonomy entrepreneur classes, it's that mindset of how do I transition from being employed, especially employed at that level, into the business. Just tell me, what did you have to go through? Just making that transition.
For me, I think resilience was already there. And I'm a go-getter. And I'm like, I cannot die if I make this move because my season has ended on this one. So I need to start another phase. And I need to move, not only just to change the career, but move to another county.
Yes, you're living in Nairobi.
Nairobi, born in Nairobi. And here I am going to coastal area. And starting all over again.
Where nobody cares.
Nobody cares, nobody knows me. But the resilience and believing in myself, the capability that I can actually be able to win in another territory. That was my strength. Yes.
Did you go through, because I went through it, where when I left, the same thing like you, tier 1 corporate, and started business, I had to go through the loss of the brand of where I used to work. Did that ever, where you realize nobody cares anymore? Well, before I realized how much I was getting away with because of the title and the association with the company I carried. When I started business, I was like, there were people like, who are you? Even the people I thought I knew are like, who are you? Yeah.
Oh my, yes.
You did?
First of all, the phone stopped coming.
Yes, yeah.
You're there, you're alone, you're unknown. And the medical cover you used to have, you don't have. The comfort at the end of the month, you're expecting to get an income. You have to make sure that you've built that income to replace, which is not easy.
Yes.
So that disconnect was like, where? This is reality now. I have to really work through and make sure that I'm able to win in this industry. And apparently I went into hospitality.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
In the new business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like what you're saying. First of all, that income is not going to come. That salary you are earning is not immediately going to come from the business, but also winning away from the comforts of the business. And I know a lot of people in the industry, there are also benefits.
Yes.
The company you worked for was giving you. It could be things you take for granted, like fuel.
Yes.
Or your phone is magically paid.
True.
At the end of the month.
True.
You don't need to be aware of how much airtime or data you're using because it is magically paid. Then you realize there's no magic sorting out, or you are always being taken. A lot of people I've worked with are always being taken on these lunches. Or
our transport was fully paid.
Cabs were exactly cabs. For some people, it's air tickets.
Yes.
They travel business class. And I ask them, do you travel business class or does your employer travel business class?
Yes. Those are two different things.
So you end up living your employer's lifestyle, who when you make this transition, you have to leave behind.
Yes.
And that's where my 300 bob moment came from, where I realized when I was employed at that time, we used to go to the school canteen, 300 bob, and they used to deduct 300 bob a day, 9,000 shillings a month. Now, when I was trying to start a business, I realized the value of 9,000 shillings a month, which is 108,000 shillings a year.
Yes.
So, but when money was coming on the 24th. You're in the same industry. 24th,
9:30, 10.
9:30, 10. You're there. It's so that transition is something I think people have to be ready for. People just think it's a good idea.
Yes.
But it's about those things that are going to accompany you executing that idea that you are going for. So you run your business. Yes. And again, tomorrow came in the business.
COVID happened.
Yeah.
The blossoming season was short-lived.
Yeah.
So COVID happened, 2020. And here I am trying to figure out what next. I asked myself, what do we have in my hands?
Yes.
I have the skill.
Yeah.
Skill on financial advisory. Let me go back to Nairobi.
But before you even take us back to Nairobi, that part is so important. And I think we touched on it before. Yeah. And I think it's about being able to define yourself, not by the business, not by the career.
Yes.
Yeah. Head of this, head of marketing. Yes. But to start defining yourself by what skills do I have? And your skills are not, your qualification is a name. You could be an accountant. That's a title of your qualification. Yeah. But your skills are about analytical people person. So what skills did you realize, take stock of by this time in your life? Because I think what life is good, even as you grow older, you're always accumulating more skills.
Of course,
not maybe qualifications, no, but skills.
Yeah. So at that particular time, I saw things are not working out.
Yeah.
But what skill do I have? One, I'm a people person.
Yes.
So that strength for me is an A game for me. I do sessions and I'm able to look back and I'm like, wow, that personality helped me. Also, on top of that, I've acquired skills from commercial banking for those years. So I was able to identify that the resilience I have, the skills that I've acquired all through, I can actually be able to move back and start all over again. And remember, I'm not young at that time. I'm in my mid-30s. So life is catching up. This girl is heading to high school.
Yeah.
So you have to do it. So that's it. And remember, we are not going back to poverty.
No. That was a
no.
Yeah.
We, regardless of the territory, we have to keep on winning.
Yes.
And for me, that gave me a drive to be able to come back again to Nairobi and starting all over again.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, what I'm really admiring from your story is that ability to take they started, you got your child early.
Yes.
Take the fall, run with it.
Yes.
Yeah. The job, you burnt out of the job.
Yes.
Take the fall, burn with it.
Yes.
The business, COVID and all these other things happened in the business. Yes. Take the fall, run with it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you go back to your life, what gave you that take the fall, run with it? Because I think somebody may be listening to you and it's nice to say resilience, but is there something you think? Because that one is not learned in school. Yeah. It was not a subject even during 844.
Correct.
Today we are studying resilience, yeah? What gave you that take the fall, run with it? Because we underestimate how powerful that is.
It's knowing yourself.
Okay. Wow.
And knowing that there are things you want to just say no to. Deep down in yourself. I don't want to see myself in a certain neighborhood. I don't want to go rock bottom and still not able to win tomorrow. For me, I think also my Christianity background gave me hope, because whatever I prayed while I was young, I'm seeing the fruits now. The growth and the career that I'm having right now, the foundation first of all starts from God.
Yes.
So through that, then you're able to have that, build that burn inside you, that you're able to fall, but you can get up and win for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I like what you've said about knowing yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think the way it has also played out in my life is I also know what to say no to.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think get a lot of distractions when we are evaluating 20 options.
Correct.
But when you know yourself but then knowing yourself is saying, these are for you, it was a non-negotiable.
Yes.
So coming to a place, what I've heard from you is that I had a non-negotiable in my life. Yes. This is the quality of life I am going to live.
Correct.
Yeah. So everybody should say, have I been living my life without non-negotiables?
Yes.
I've just learned that from even me. I need to go and investigate my non-negotiables.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have so much ability.
Yeah.
If you can actually just sit down and analyze the inside you, there's so much that you can accomplish. Everybody is gifted, and gifted in a unique way. So if you can understand yourself, don't look at your papers. Don't look at, oh, I am a professor, I am a doctor.
Yeah.
What am I capable of delivering, and delivering very well? Because the Bible says, whatever you find to do, you do it so well.
Yeah.
So what is that I do well, I enjoy so well? For me, interacting with people. Because when I interact with them, I learn a lot.
Yeah.
And I still enjoy on what I do. In the process, I'm earning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I always tell myself, when God created me, there was nobody he didn't ask permission from anybody.
Correct.
So everybody's thumbprint, even if you're identical twins, is different.
Yes.
That means you have a different personality, you have a different imprint that you're supposed to live in the world.
Correct.
Different skills, different abilities. So when we stop looking at I like the titles, defining yourself by qualifications, it allows you to say, actually, what am I capable of? Not what have I been told is my station in life or my education allows me to have. What do I know deep down I am capable of, and start actually doing that. So this capability for you led to the start of yet another business.
Yes. Oh my!
You cannot keep you down.
Yes, I can't. I can't accept.
Yeah.
Yes, I found myself again in insurance, and insurance, let me tell you, is even when you look at it, you think it's easy. It is the most job that you need to be fully 100% dedicated to. And a job that needs resilience, that you need to keep on doing it over and over until you win this client. So yes, I found myself in the insurance space. And within a short time, remember that knowing yourself told me, you know what? You need to own a business. Don't think small. Your big goal is bigger. So how do you not only concentrate in one line of insurance, start learning other lines of insurance? And that is how I found myself registering my agency in insurance. So I'm able to holistically give you protection from general insurance to life insurance to the health insurance, not only local, but also international medical covers. So resilience again plugged in. Yes.
You told me it's during that time with the insurance that now you started working with people and getting a bit more upfront with them about their money.
Yes.
And then you realized that there was a disconnect even with how you needed to conduct your advice for them.
My advice, yes.
What? Yeah. Tell us about that.
That is when I realized I'm still talking to the other person, but I'm not talking to myself. Because Washeke, if I come to you, I need to, as I'm advising you, I need also to relate it to myself. If I punch a number that I'm aspiring to hit in 5 years, that goal also I need to relate to myself. Am I also actually able to put aside this amount of money? I've been following Centonomy, and that is how I found myself now making an intentional decision to join Centonomy. I want to go back to class. And that's how I joined Centonomy 101.
So now because that's what you told me was a major shift for you. And I want to know, what did that do? What specifically in Centonomy did you find it did for you? And then you were also able to translate it back to your clients.
So Centonomy gave me structure. First of all, moving me from the mentality of talk to others, but not talking to yourself. So that mindset was, I had to put myself in your shoes as I'm advising you. I had to make it so intentional and personal. So that when I'm telling you, take a 10-year cover in life insurance and it should be able to address your high school tuition for your kids. So Centonomy told me, what is that figure that is needed in that particular time for that tuition?
Yeah.
So the mindset was really given by Centonomy. The numbers had to be practical because it's not about telling the client, you can afford this, just take this. But we are not looking at the end of the day, that goal. Did that client meet the goal? So Centonomy was able to give me time value of money. That topic is a wow. Because we are looking at the future. Yeah. And we are looking at reality. Yeah. Time value of money is a powerful topic and up to date. Yeah. I still listen to that topic because I feel like I need to really learn a lot. So Centonomy gave me that. Okay. Remember, I am from commercial banking. Yes. I've done a lot of debt management. Yes. But I needed to go in depth with Centonomy classes to understand debt management, debt restructuring. Investment. I had to understand this person has this portfolio. How can this person diversify this portfolio? So Centonomy really gave me that. Yeah. That you don't have to do only a plot. You can own a plot, you can own shares, you can restructure and start all over again on your debt. It's not the end of the world. So Centonomy for sure has 100% shifted my mindset to now being intentional and focused on the goal. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah.
So we answered, and you got to start answering the question, if I'm hearing you right, how much is enough? When I say I want to take my child to school, how much is enough?
How much is enough?
When I want to retire, how much is enough? Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think I find that's one of the things people don't calculate. Yes. That's one of the things people are very scared about.
Correct.
And in the financial industry specific, that's one of the things they want to bury their heads and actually not face. We meet a lot of people and they tell us, but I'm a banker. Yes. I'm an investment professional. Yes. Why should I come and learn about this? But I like what you've emphasized even from the beginning. Yes. Relating what even you are doing as an investment professional, a financial professional. Yes. Please note, I started Centonomy because I was broke. I have worked in pension funds. Yeah. I worked with insurance at some point. I worked in fund management. I worked in stockbroking. So you'd think somebody like me has worked out shares. Yes. I used to tell people, buy this share. The share price goes up. Yes. I knew how to read shares. Yeah. But translating it to myself is a real big problem for people in the financial industry because it's almost, you think what the business is doing or what your clients are doing, you're dealing even sometimes with $1 million for somebody else. Correct. You kind of start believing it's almost like even you have $1 million. Exactly. You don't.
It's not yours.
It's not yours. Just because they take you for lunch and make you feel good, you're not on the same level. So you are now able to translate that into first what you need to do for yourself. Yes. And then also now practically, because I also think clients read authenticity. Yes. So we have so many people in the financial industry, you're advising a client. I read it all the time from financial salespeople. Mm-hmm. I can tell what you are selling. Yes. You have no idea about the maths behind the scene. True. And I can tell you your own life. You also, even the way you're talking, I can tell you're disorganized. True. So clients actually read into authenticity. But when they're talking to somebody who's like, this is what I have been doing, these are the results I'm seeing, they can sense an order in you so that you can translate that order actually to them. And I think that's a big learning for the financial industry. Yeah. People are reading, your client service person is in debt and they're selling unit trust. True. Clients can sense the disconnect in the energy of the person.
True. They're not putting themselves in the same shoes.
Yes.
Where am I telling this person to put us away on a daily basis the 300 shillings?
Yeah, yeah.
They are not seeing the end result in 365 days. Yes. How much is that? Yeah. They are not seeing that. It's just about the job. Yeah. Talking to the other person, but you're not talking to yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So you can't empathize. Yes. You can't enter their shoes. and then
everything is pointed to the other party, but you're not talking
to yourself. Yeah?
Yeah.
I think when I started talking about myself and saying in Centonomy I've been in these problems, that's even when people drew in people. It's not in the successes, because successes were not there to talk about at that time, yeah. But my failures, but I'm doing this about it as me as Washeke was a really powerful. So we have to become the testimony to whatever product or service we are representing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you also said something for you, even before I go to your next step, which is quite amazing. You said also the solution, apart from being structured and knowing the maths. Now, once you knew the maths, what did it mean for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, I also had to look at my retirement at that time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to put 10,000 aside on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
What does this translate to me as a person on my retirement? Remember, right now I'm out dry.
Yeah.
I don't have pension.
Yeah.
So I went straight on and said, first of all, I will also consume what I'm selling.
Yeah.
I took a policy.
Yeah.
Secondly, I said, now I need to increase my network.
Yeah.
My income.
Yes.
So Centonomy told me, if where you are, you have one source of income and there's 24 hours, how can you maximize that 24 hours and get another source of income? That was powerful.
Yeah.
Remember my people personality. I have times on my hand. Insurance, you don't report 8 to 5 like in commercial banking. So most of the time, if you're not talking to the client, then you have time on your hands.
Yeah.
So that's how I thought of my next move, to be able to create another source of income.
Okay. And I think that's powerful, because in Centonomy, we're like, budgeting will only take you so far. Budgeting is to get some sort of order in your life, but you can't shrink into greatness. Yeah.
Correct.
So it can't be your every year plan is to spend less, especially in a world where prices are increasing every day. So apart from getting your finances in order, there also has to be a plan of how am I making more money.
No, it's all about the basics.
It's about, how am I making more money? And everyone still thinks, but I have to have money to make money, because they're thinking about the typical things.
Yes.
I have to have millions so I can buy a property giving me rent.
Correct.
But I like what you said about the same skills.
Yes.
The same skills of being a people person. And you really emphasize, you know yourself so well. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
In the same 24 hours.
Yes.
By the way, those skills, we call them non-financial assets.
Yes.
Yeah. What do I actually do with that? Which led to you having 2 jobs.
Yes.
Your business.
Yes.
And now your second job, which you can tell us about what you do. Yeah.
That's how I found myself in a very great organization, Standard Investment Bank. And in Standard Investment Bank, remember the skill. I've been doing financial advisory for the longest. I find myself in global market, Mansa X, which is a wonderful, wonderful space whereby you can diversify. Remember, Centonomy tells you, how do you have a diversified portfolio? How do you increase your basket? So for me, it was practical now. Now I was living reality. Getting this new job. One, I'm talking to myself, how do I start making income, which is that second income? How am I using this income to invest? And also, as I'm talking to this client, what are those numbers? Are you intentional about your numbers? I can tell you clearly, in Standard Investment Bank, we look at how we can be able to give you a portfolio to take care of your operational costs as a business person. Remember, this is a skill I acquired in Standard Chartered and SME banking. So I'm bringing it on board to SIB. 2, as a person, there are those people who never had retirement, never give up. In Standard Investment Bank, if you can start with a minimum of 250,000, in 5 years, without even adding anything, you can double that number. So remove the consuming mentality and forego that gratification and make sure that your goals are attained at that particular time. So again, the drive, what we had when we were young, being intentional and not giving up, being intentional and seeing myself, because right now I have a plan for the next 10 years. Wow. Where do I want to see myself? For me, I want to live a lifestyle of at least $500,000 comfortably. So I am being intentional. I've done a structure on how much I need to put aside on a monthly basis for the next 10 years. But remember, Centonomy tells you time value of money. So when I'm talking about 500,000 at that particular time, for me,
it will be much more then.
It will be much more. So I had to discount it. I got around 450,000. So Centonomy has made my life practical.
And I love what you've said about and bringing it in, so even those who have not sat in a Centonomy class can understand the principle you've just brought up.
Yes.
Whatever your life costs today.
Yes.
If your life costs for 100,000 shillings.
Correct.
And you have a 10-year plan.
Yes.
You cannot be planning for 100,000 shillings as your retirement.
Correct.
You have to plan something like 400,000 shillings per month. So, and a lot of people take products and services with today's, and policies, in fact, with today's version, or they're sold today's version of money, not saying, I want my child to go to Strathmore. Strathmore costs this much per year today, but they're going in 5 years or 10 years. Yeah. You show up at Strathmore in 5 years, 10 years with that today's school fees, you'll be shocked, and you'll be like, but this was supposed to be my school fee. So it is so important. Yeah. What you've brought out, I think the theme of what you've talked about today is intention, have a spirit of intention about your life, but also for money purposes. Intention means there's a calculation you have actually done. And I like what you owned it. Yes. Me, I want to have a kind of lifestyle of that's a good lifestyle of 500,000 shillings per month. What in 10 years, it will not be 500,000 shillings. It is that. So what do I actually have to do about? And I think that is I think that's Centonomy. That's what we do. And that's what a proper financial plan is. People have many products sometimes. Correct. But it's not working towards that. Yes. And so that is important. Yeah. My final question as I wind up is, you are an amazing woman, Milcent. Yeah. Thank you. And I'm very passionate about also women being financially empowered. I do have done a lot of work around women and money. Yeah. Yes. In your story, what would you what have you felt as a woman is so important for you to have that you can also share with other women? Yeah.
First of all, I will just say, first of all, having money is self-esteem. Yeah. By just you knowing that you have money and you pop up, you glow. Yeah. Because you're not feeling insecure. Yeah. You're not dependent. And a powerful woman, if I pick the knowledge from my social sciences, is empowering a community. Yes, you have the education, but money is a tool. Yeah. A tool to be able to support this system. And the system is just within your catchment, within your locality. So a powerful woman, even in relationship, who is able to be a supportive system is very key for me. Yes.
I completely agree with you about what I like saying is women having the agency. Yes. Yeah. And agency means that your ability to make decisions and control certain outcomes lie in your hands. Correct. Yeah. Yes. Whether you use that agency to support somebody else, whether you use that agency to advance yourself, whether you use it to take care of your kids, you are the one in control, and a woman should not be left without that ability. Yes. And what you've said, financial empowerment is self-esteem.
It's self-esteem any person. Yeah, and especially for women and looking at in society, especially the African setting, the man is seen to be superior. Yeah. Being a woman who has money gives you that self-esteem, that confidence that, I'm able to do it. Yes. I'm able to actually do what that man can be able to do. Yes. For me, that is very key.
We are equal.
We are equal in that space.
In that space. We can be equal. I have potential, he has potential, and it's very empowering when even two people of potential bring it together.
You can achieve a lot. Yeah. When you go together. Yeah. Yes.
Milcent, I think we can go on discussing for another 3 hours.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Are there any last words you would like to tell our audience?
Yes. I would like to be straight on. And I hope anybody who's watching this can be able to use my experience to impact positively about your life, and especially for a girl child. It is so key for you to understand that you need to use all you have, because we have to work 2 times to be able to be at a position where in the corporate world men are. So you have to be really be intentional from the beginning. Do not lose focus. And you have to have a plan. You have to have a goal. You have to have the right mindset. Move the mindset to the direction of I can actually be able to achieve this. And with Centonomy, my goodness, Washeke, thank you so much, because on my behalf and the women who have participated this, I'm very sure you're seeing a lot of changes.
Yeah, thank you.
And the story you started with, the 300 shillings, speaks to us every day. We do not just walk across the street and start spending without a budget. So I will encourage you to start off in Centonomy this coming season, 2026, sorry.
February, yeah.
We are done with 2025. So what are you intending to achieve in 2026? Be intentional and join Centonomy. You will learn a lot about money, and you'll make it practical in your life. From time value of money to investment, managing portfolios, and that is powerful for me.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you so much, Washeke, for this.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to women and any other person out there who is thinking this is the end of the road. It's not. There's tomorrow. Yes.
I couldn't have put it better. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Millicent's story. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Millicent's story. I'm extremely inspired.
Yes.
And what I've picked out from Milcent you today is, first of all, that spirit of intention in everything you do.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing with us, because what Milcent today has shared with us is the journey of a woman in corporate, being able to go up through the ups and downs and still actually picking herself up. Yeah. For women, you've heard that financial empowerment is self-esteem. Yeah. Right. So I think that's something we can all take home. And just the most powerful thing was what I think Milcent brought out today is own your story. No matter where you're from, you actually have the right to dictate what your financial story is actually going to be, and learn to define yourself outside the boundaries of background, outside the boundaries of title, outside the boundaries of qualification. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? And financially, what you want has to have a calculation. So as Millicent said, you can join Centonomy 101 that can teach you how to be intentional with your money. The details are on screen. And today, as you heard on the Making Sense Conversation podcast, it's real stories about money. You can also pick up a copy of the Making Sense book, which is more stories like Millicent's, more stories like myself, that'll tell you we're in this together. We are now a community of people that have to start sharing our financial stories, both the challenges and the successes. So thank you for joining us. Subscribe and look forward to having you on our next one. Thank you.